I completely agree with you, Sarah. I have a question. The social model and the human rights model. What is the main difference between them?
Well, I have not only one, but 5 main differences. I will list them and add a brief explanation. Whereas the social model merely explains disability, the human rights model encompasses the values for disability policy that acknowledges the human dignity of disabled persons. Only the human rights model can explain why human rights do not require absence of impairment.
No human in this world is perfect.
While the social model supports anti-discrimination policy civil rights reforms, the human rights model of disability is more comprehensive in that it encompasses both sets of human rights, civil and political, as well as economic, social, and cultural rights.
We live not just to survive, but to thrive.
Whereas the social model of disability neglects the fact that disabled persons might have to deal with pain, deterioration of quality of life, and early death due to impairment and dependency, the human rights model of disability acknowledges these life circumstances and demands them to be considered when social justice theories are developed. The human rights model sees impairments as part of human diversity.
Impairment does not define us.
The social model of disability neglects identity, politics, as a valuable component of disability policy, whereas the human rights model offers room for minority and cultural identification. The social model also has been criticized for neglecting identity politics as a valuable component of emancipation. Identity politics can be defined as politics which values and cares for differences among human beings and allows persons to identify positively with features that are disrespected in society. Gay pride, black pride, feminism, or disability culture are manifestations of these identity politics. The social model of disability does not provide much room for these issues because its focus is not on personal emancipation, but on social power relations.
Impairment does not take our right to have an identity.
Whereas the social model of disability cannot explain why 2/3 of the 1 billion disabled persons in this world live in relative poverty, the human rights model offers a roadmap for change. The human rights model looks to reach true equality and equity in social, financial, and educational aspects.
Impairment does not take my right to prosper in life.
Are you able to put it in simple words? What does the human rights model offer?
Of course, Travis, the human rights model offers a label-free and ego-free environment. It offers a solution to obstacles that people with disabilities encounter. Instead of just opening a door to the human rights model, helps you cross that door. Now you know the basics of the human rights model. You can apply them into your life, but keep in mind, do not limit on using the human rights model in your work, but your life. Treat everyone you interact in your life thinking of them as humans first. Do not look at them as people with disabilities, rich people, poor people, arrogant people, people from other countries, or anything else. Look at them as humans.
Wow, that's an amazing thinking. I must admit that my personal relations and other aspects of my life have improved since having this new mindset. This is not just a professional learning, but a self-development training to create a new mindset and approach in life.
Well, I'm glad that our time together has come to fruition.
I can't thank you enough, Sarah, for all your help. One last question before I go. Where did you learn all this?
Well, I have been through my fair share of bad service providers. That is, until I was received by Tibby. They taught me everything I know, and they showed me the standard I needed to prosper in life.
Well, I think I may be in contact with Tibby if I need to learn more about the human rights model.
Congratulations, Tibby family. You have achieved the first stage of our journey. Take some time to think about your personal values and how they align with the social and human rights models of care. Try to identify what kind of person you are and where do you fit in the human rights model. Are you closer to the human right model or are you closer to the social model? Let's take a break to digest all the information we have learned so far. Thank you for staying with us.